Cube roots of this stuff here, 1 minus 2y bracket times bracket 1 plus 3x, all equals 2y. So we've got this then. So it's power third, isn't it? So let's differentiate then. So differentiating gives. So power third, simple power rule. The third, if I can write it properly, the third comes down, it's this object here, to the minus 1 less than the third is minus 2/3, multiplied by the something differentiated, and here it's a product, so it's u, times the v dx, which is 3, plus v times du dx, which is minus 2y dashed, close bracket, all of that equals, and then this differentiates to 2y dashed, doesn't it? So now what have we got then? This object here we can put in is 1 minus 2y times the 1 plus 3x. So let's move that then. We've got this stuff here which I'm going to expand the brackets. We've got 3 minus 6y, and then we've got minus 2y dashed times by 1 plus 3x, which I'll just leave like so, and that's equal to then 2y dashed. Now the 2y dashed, this thing here, the third, is times by this whole thing, so that's why I've left that stuff there on the left, and I'm basically moving this up from underneath, which is it is if you have a 2/3, up to 2/3 on the right, which is a third squared, isn't it? So this is a third, so square that is 2y squared. So I can replace all of that by that squared. Okay, so I hope you saw that then, and this 3 can move up as well from divide to times. So let's just check that carefully now. First of all, this was two things times together, this bracket times that bracket. The third can go up straight away to be there from divide. We can leave that here. Expanding, we get 3 minus 6y, there's the first two terms, and then we can leave the minus 2y dashed and the 1 plus 3x like so if we wish. Close that bracket, that gets left on the left, equals, the 2y dashed is here. Now I need to move this up, move this over. Well, it's minus 2/3, so in my mind's eye, in our mind's eye, it's underneath to power 2/3, which is essentially power 2/3 is a power third squared using the power rule. So I'm moving that up, that object up from divide to times, and I can replace that something to the third by 2y in here, and that's 2y squared. So that's why I wrote the 2y bracket squared there. So that looks good. So let's see what we've got now then. Turn our attention to this then. So what have we got then? We've got 2y dashed. So I'm going to move that over the other side. So we've got 3 minus 6y is equal to 2y dashed. Then I've got a 1 plus a 3x. See this object here? I've moved it over and it becomes a plus of that object. But I'm going to also, because this is 2y dashed is here, I'm going to incorporate into the bracket these terms here, which is 3 times 2y squared. 4y squared times 3 is 12y squared. And now we can write from right to left. So y dash then is equal to, and I'm writing it down from right to left, the 3 minus 6y, there's a 3 common, so 1 minus 2y we can write like that. The 2 we can bring down underneath, and this object also, 1 plus 3x plus 12y squared.